Commissioner Goldberg,
Present.
Commissioner Peters,
Present.
Commissioner David,
Present.
Vice Mayor Stern,
Present.
Mayor Moore,
Present.
Town Manager Lavity,
Present.
and Town Attorney Rubin. He's
Present.
Thank you.
Ah,
Piped in.
Ah, it's like the voice, like Oz.
Is that right? Exactly.
we could all rise for the pledge.
Signal, huh?
Pledge
allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, he just wants to.
He's on.
So we have our first reading, this public hearing for resolution number 2024-024. A resolution of the Town Commission of the Town of Highland Beach adopting a final millage rate of 3.040 mils for the town's generating operating funds for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2024 and ending September 30th, 2025. Providing that the final millage rate 3.4040 mils is 8.09% greater than the computed rollback rate of 3.1491 mils, providing for severability, conflicts, and an effective date. And we do these separately, correct? Or do it? Okay. So are we going to have a presentation on this or, yeah?
Pull up your PowerPoint, Dave. Let's go again.
Exactly. No,
Again.
we'll do that. No, Madam Chair, this is a formality, and we have to do it in this order, actually, right? So we first have to set the millage for the state of Florida. And then once we set the millage, as we've just done in a public setting, we ask for any public comment if there's any public in the auditorium. But this is more for statutorily to be in compliance with the Florida Department of Revenue. And then the next resolution that will establish the total budget. And that's all.
Any discussion among the commissioners? So I'll open it up for a public hearing. Any public comments? Hearing none, the public hearing is now closed. If there's no additional discussion, may we have a motion, please?
I move that we approve resolution number 2024-024, setting the final millage rate.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, Commissioner David,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stern,
Yes.
Commissioner Goldberg,
Yes.
Commissioner Peters,
Yes.
and Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Moving on to item B, resolution number 2024-025, a resolution of the Town Commission of the Town of Highland Beach, Florida, adopting a final budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1, 2024 and ending September 30th, 2025, determining and fixing the amounts necessary to carry on the government of the town for the ensuing year, providing for severability, conflicts, and an effective date. So.
Yes. Same,
No,
I think in your detail, the far right. Now, remember what we're approving here is if you remember, we have all the funds, have all the revenue and all the expenditures. And the far bottom right-hand side, I think it totaled up to be a little bit over 28 million or something like that. And so that's for all the funds. And so basically, at the end of the day, each fund has to stand on its own. And we cannot go beyond that dollar limit for each fund
Mhm.
without first coming to you for a budget amendment.
Mhm.
So. that's all it is.
Any additional discussion?
Second.
First, I guess I'll open it up for public comments, public hearing. Seeing no public comments, I close the public hearing. And if we can have a motion, please.
I move that we approve resolution number 2024-025, adopting the final budget for the town of Highland Beach.
A second.
Commissioner David,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stern,
Yes.
Commissioner Goldberg,
Yes.
Commissioner Peters,
Yes.
and Mayor Moore.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Well, thank you very much. Town managers review.
Yes, as we do annually during the budget process, we discuss the review. We've all met in person and discussed performance, the objectives, where you want to go, what you thought of my performance. This year was a little bit different. I did a self-review. I also put out a statement for what I expect to be doing the next year. So those were all reviewed and we discussed. I continue to be honored to serve as your town manager and hope to serve as your town manager as long as you will have me. In my contract, my performance contract, there's a floor and a ceiling on an annual performance pay increase, 5% floor, 10% ceiling. It's up to the discretion of the commission. You guys get to choose. So with that, I'll do that. But again, I appreciate everybody's feedback. It was great. As I do every year, it gives us a chance to sit down. Where did we go? What did we accomplish? We did some great things this year. It's hard to look back over the year and be like, oh my gosh, look, we were able to complete. And then also at the same time, begin to look forward. What are those next series of projects and items? And again, with your leadership, we've been able to achieve all of those goals and our strategic priorities, build a high functioning team with great talent, everybody in the room here. So, I mean, I truly am blessed to have the best job in America. So, it's your call, what you would like to do.
Well, you've done an outstanding job as you have for all the years that you've been here. In my opinion, the most notable is the completion of the fire rescue department for the town of Highland Beach. I think that is outstanding and deserving of the highest rating possible. I also commend you for retaining top talent for our town and being a strong leader for our town and our employees here. So for all those things, I'm recommending the highest rate increase afforded by the contract. And so I guess I'd like to hear from everyone. So I don't know if there's anyone wants to go next.
Sure,
Maybe-
I'll go.
You want to go? Okay, Vice Mayor, go ahead.
First of all, I agree with all of your comments. And again, thank you for your self-review. I think that was great. And as you know, it's a great basis for conversation. I think you did an outstanding job, and I would really echo the mayor's comments. Thank you.
Commissioner David.
I agree with both of them, and I am constantly not surprised, but in awe of the job that you do for this town. And I hope you're here long enough to retire.
Yeah.
So, yes,
Can I
I
sign? Can I sign something?
I agree.
Get a guarantee
The
here.
outer limits of the contract requirements. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree too. This town keeps going because of you. You keep the wheel going and you make this town a good place. And like you said, you have the best job and we have the best town, I think, around this area. So I agree, Natasha, the mayor, the highest.
I, of course, concur. It has been a distinct pleasure and privilege to be on this commission in this wonderful town. And it is wonderful because of you. You have been, everything that you do for us, working with us individually, helping us along, steering us in the right direction. The due diligence and the proficiency that you show. Sleep at night, I know I do, for that reason, that there's nothing to worry about here, because I know that you've thought about it, you've analyzed it, you've spoken to our esteemed staff about it, and it's just an exemplary job that you do. And I truly hope that you're here, happily here, and remunerated well in this town to show our applause and our appreciation for your service. So I would recommend also the highest available increase that we can afford you.
So we hope you know that you are highly valued here, and we greatly appreciate your hard work, your talents that you lend to us We highly, highly appreciate you.
And I just appreciate your support to allow me to succeed. It's a two-way street to make this work. And I got three original people. This is 7 years. Talk about time flying, 7 years. So thank you so much. Again, I truly mean it. This is the best job. I talk to people around the country and this is great. Your support, the community support, everybody's on the same page, moving in the same direction. It is outstanding. Again, and then also thank you, as the mayor had said, for allowing me to retain the best talent. So kudos to my team. They do a great job. You see that every time when they make presentations, you're like, this is great. Thank you for allowing me to get them on board and keep them on board.
Well, great. Well,
Great.
thank you, everyone. This is just excellent. And I might, we do all this and having one of the lowest tax rates of
Isn't that
in the
great?
area, which
Yeah.
is really is
Fantastic.
amazing.
Amazing.
Really amazing. So thank you very much.
We need a motion.
Oh, do we need
Yeah.
a?
You should
Okay.
have a motion.
Okay, I
Where is
move
that man?
in the ethernet. I move that we approve the highest rate allowed by the contract for an increase for Marshall Labady's salary.
I second that.
Okay, Commissioner David,
Yes.
Commissioner Peters,
Yes.
Commissioner Goldberg,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stern,
Yes.
and Mayor Moore.
Yes,
Motion carries. Thank you.
excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have 2 more meetings this month, September 17th at 1:30. We have a town commission meeting, and then the following day, September 18th at 5:01, we have our second public hearing of the budget meeting. Seeing no additional discussion, we can adjourn the meeting. Thank you very much, everyone.
Have a good night.
Thank you, Marshall.
7, yeah, I just thought that was.